Channel Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is going to be your new moon in Sagittarius reading on the 18th of December 2017. We have the full moon in Gemini and I didn't get a chance to watch that back, so a little bit cloudy about what was said in that one as I don't remember my readings. You're not supposed to, so whether they're private or on here unless you watch them back again. But warm welcome to my new subscribers, and thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. It is your gift back to me. And we're going to be coming out, I think, of the Sagittarius Mercury retrograde. But even though I post this on the 3rd, we will still be in it, if you know what I mean. So, but towards the end of December, we'll be coming out of it. So whatever was said in that last full moon, that will also be what the Mercury retrograde is sort of going through as well. And then Saturn is coming out of Sag, I think around the 20th, 21st of December. Getting ready to go into Capricorn, so I might do a video on that one. I don't know yet. Okay, so the last time I was saying I was feeling great excitement. I didn't know what that was about, and that's true. And then in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, you know, my daughter actually, no coincidence, I'd missed a call, so I called her back and she answered, and she said, we was just talking a couple of minutes, and then she said, oh my God, so-and-so's just walked right across my car, the path across my car, the road. This person was trying to get to the other side. I don't want to say who they are because it's in the book and I don't want to spoil it, you know, she's screaming down the phone because she happens to see this person at the same time as we're together, but also I see them when we're not. But yeah, screaming down the phone. I said, I don't understand what you're saying, and then she said it slowly, and you know, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't seen this person since I think it was September 2015, so a couple of years ago. So that's good, because normally it can be up to a decade before this person shows himself again. So you know, this is like 2 years, so it's getting shorter. For those of you that do have synchronistic events, you know, with somebody that's, you know, this has been going on like decades. So what part they're going to play, I don't know, but it's like saying it's just around the corner. So so that was a nice surprise. Right, what I want to do for this reading is I think I'm going to start with this one first, and let's see what is the most important message we need to know during this new moon. Remember, new moons are about new beginnings and you know, setting your intentions for new goals, and I want to, well, I will wish everybody, if I remember at the end. Oh, that one just seems to want to be coming out, but higher power. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll go with that then. So this is the most important message around this new moon in Sagittarius. Remember, Sag, the archetype, is all about truth. It's about seeking the truth, whatever that truth is for you. You know, this is about the higher power, whatever you see that as, because, you know, we're all individuals and we see things differently. So, you know, I like to call it the essence of love, or the universe, I know I believe in something, don't really know what that is. I don't like to label things really, but what's so beautiful about this, these are the Colette Baron read cards. I will read it because I'm not too clear on everything, but it's like a torch coming out of a third eye. So remember, Sag is about truth. The third eye is about psychic abilities, seeing things, so clairvoyant, clairaudience, claircognizant. It's all that sort of, so maybe around this new moon you're going to be coming more into your power, you're going to be becoming more psychic, more intuitive, especially for Sagittarians that have had Saturn in their sign for the last 2.5 years. I think you'll all be sort of saying thank goodness for that. So yeah, I think the last 2.5 years for Sagittarians, it's certainly the ones that have been around me, it hasn't been an easy path for you. So but yeah, so the light, the torch, you know, something's going to be shone. But let me just read it so we can fit it in with the reading around love. It's number 4. 4 is about stability. It's like a table, you know, the 4 legs. It's about stabilizing something and grounding something. So let's have a look, see what the essence wants to say to us. So yeah, it's all about consciousness, contact with a higher power, the presence of divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. So around this time, this new moon, you know, it is about making a commitment to a partnership with spirit. Now, I was watching a program on Sunday, I think his name was Gregory someone, a famous singer, and you know, you can, listening to what he was saying, basically he had you know, a connection with spirit and included spirit in everything that he did, and especially his relationship. And you know, he met his partner, she could hardly speak any English, I think 10 words, but they connected, and for 4 years they were just, you know, friends, a little note here, a little note there, and you know, then after that they met up and something clicked for them, and they thought, yes, he's nice, she's nice, and you know, they got together. So he was saying that it was because he had spirit or higher power, or whatever you want to call it, in his life that, you know, blessed him and blessed his relationship. So the Oracle's message, this card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, so at this time around this new moon, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. So, you know, that's what we're going to need to be doing around. Let's read the relationship message. It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with spirit is your #1 priority, and I find this to be true. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. yeah, and that's all I'm going to read. So definitely it's about awareness, raising your consciousness and bringing that into your relationships around this new moon is what they're saying. So let's have a look, see what Archangel Michael would like to say around our relationship. Most important message. Make a commitment, and that's basically what this card was just saying, is about making a commitment to your relationship with spirit. And like this Gregory, sorry, I can't think of his second name, said and did, he made a commitment no matter what, and he didn't you know, pretend to be anything other than himself. And Archangel Michael, because once you make that commitment to your higher power, however you see that, then this other person that they're saying will come in to represent that higher power, and then you work in partnership, because we were getting throughout 2017 the Two of Wands, which is definitely about creative power with the divine, and now Archangel Michael's saying the same thing, actually, is about making a commitment. Let's just read what he says so that we can become clear. Only because it's Mercury retrograde, today is its first full day. It's been in its shadow phase up until now, and we want to see how it works into our relationships, not guess at it, because the trickster can come about. What's the make a commitment? 58, and then can set you down a path that you don't really want to go down. You drew this card because you're asking about how to improve a situation. Archangel Michael advises you to fully commit to your desired outcome. If you're tentative or unsure if you're deserving or worthy enough, then the final result will be unsatisfactory. However, by making a commitment, you'll help spark movement in your life. And he goes on to say possible specific meanings. Commit to your current relationship to create more intimacy and satisfaction. So that will be, for some of you, you'll need to do that if you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship. Allow yourself to fully enjoy each moment, so you're committing to that. Completely immerse yourself in an exciting project, so again committing to that. It'll be different for everybody because, you know, we're trying to do it for so many people. If you're a musician or an artist, become deeply mindful of every note played or each stroke of your paintbrush. Be confident as you speak and write. So it will vary, and you know, it's not to say that whatever you're doing, whatever this partnership with spirit is, and your calling and what it is you're here to do with, believe me, it's a knock-on effect as to when that right person is going to be coming in for you, or your relationships deepen because of this relationship with spirit. So we'll leave them there for a minute, because it is around, you know, the Christmas time period, so that's why I wanted to pull a card from Archangel Michael. Okay then, let's see what the tarot cards want to say. Most important messages please around this new moon in Sagittarius, 18th of December 2017. Well, this can either be, you know, what you have been doing, i.e. this is travel. This is travel. It can actually mean a trip, because there is a boat, there is water, which means movement, or it can be on a mental level. You know, you're moving away, your mind is moving away from turbulence, from upset, from maybe obsession. The mind can get obsessed about it. It has to focus its energy somewhere, so whether it's negative or positive, the mind will go towards something. So it's about moving away from turbulent waters, or moving away from your mind and its obsessive thoughts around a situation, because remember, this is about how to move through a situation. And I'm also getting, make a commitment to yourself, make a commitment to your own healing, and make a commitment to your heart's desires, is what he's saying. So this is either the energies coming in, or this is what you've already been going through, but you know, you're moving in a different direction and going on a journey, whether that's a physical or mental one. And you know, the worst is behind you, is what they're saying. It's not always a smooth ride. You know, there may be a rock that you might have to go around, a bump in the road, you know, but you're navigating, and if you navigate with making a commitment to your higher power, then you know, the road will be smoother. Life is life. You know, things are going to happen. You have no power over that, control over that. It's how you respond to life. It's how you respond to the experiences that, you know, you've agreed to via your soul contract, for your soul to evolve, and to become more conscious in what you do. And Sagittarius is about the truth and those things coming from the subconscious up to the conscious, so that you can see something clearly. But yeah, definitely moving away from troubled waters around this new moon. And the new moon is all about, you know, setting new goals and going on a new journey. And it did say about a project, if that's what you're doing with spirit partnership. I did say about the torch and psychic abilities, and you know, this is very much, this card is very psychic, or those just developing it, you know, starting to notice the synchronistic events, or starting to notice, oh, I saw that person this time last week, or you know, starting to notice the signs, or listening to them, a song, and you've heard it 3 times. This is newness. This is the baby. This is early stages of psychic abilities, and you know, it comes under they're messengers. They're messengers with messengers. And you know, that's very much about, like I said, your clairvoyant, being able to see things, hear things, know things, sense things, very much, because it's water, about sensing. So if it's not you, it could be a child, you know, becoming psychic, out of the mouth of a babe, you know, so you might get information that way. But yeah, definitely a newness, and moving towards that, whether that represents an actual child for you, which is the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, moving towards that, moving towards a new beginning, a new start. Oh, definitely. Now this can actually be a baby, you know, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups can be a child, a baby, or again, this is the energy, the essence of that excitement, like I was feeling. This is the Ace of Cups, the excitement, not having somebody here, not actually being able to project that onto the person, but sensing the energy, sensing the feeling around it, and the heart, and the great excitement. So yeah, this is very much about conception, but it's not, the person actually hasn't come in yet. So yeah, this is new love, represents new love, or it can be for couples or people together wanting a new beginning, moving away from, you know, more tougher times into a more joyful time. That can be conception of a baby, if that's what you're wanting. But yeah, new beginnings in love, a new feeling coming through around this new moon. So yeah, this is excuse me, this is about inheritance, and you know, it's about the family, it's about stability. It can come under pensions, you know, pensions, inheritance, wealth, legacies, not always financially, but you know, you can have legacies passed down of psychic abilities, you can have legacies passed down by all sorts of things, but it does come under the coins. It tends to be more financial, feeling secure around a family situation, and you know, the wealth there. This is not, you know, you're not wanting or needing anything. You've reached your peak, you've reached your comfort, you're very comfortable, and yeah, it can be, you know, pensions. So it could be for some if you're retiring, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's upright. It's very much a lovely positive card, as to how it fits into your own personal readings. You know, at the end of the day, these are clues for you to then trigger your own higher power, your own intuition, and to read between the lines and make your own story. But what's at the heart of the matter, this is very much the Gemini energy, and we just had the Gemini full moon. I'm trying to remember what was said in that one. Yeah, very much about courage. I see this as the soldier card. It's like the warrior card. It's the courage card, needing to have courage to face something. But, you know, there's always two sides to the Knights of Swords, because you can get the mature knight, you can get the immature knight, which would be that way. But so it's very much under the air sign, and maybe Mercury still might be, because it's about communication, still might be, this is about charging in and saying something on a mission, maybe to do with the family, maybe to do with something around the family and a legacy, because of the Six of Swords, and moving away from that. Oh yes, and we've got the Gemini card, the Lovers card come up. So something around that full moon, then coming into this new moon, because this is about choice. But this is a new love, because we've got the Ace of Cups here, and it's going to be blessed, like we said here, to do with the higher power, to do with your connection to your inner self, and then that represents a person as well. The two aren't separate, because this angel is blessing this couple, but it looks like, you know, the Sag is about going through, well, Saturn is about going through tests. It's about time, it's about patience. And this is more in the future that this relationship is coming in, because this is the future line. So, and it's around, or it has been around, independence. I think this card came up before, you know, around independence. This is like earning good money, earning good money. This is about, you know, her garden is abundant, and but she stands alone. She's on her own, but she's smiling. So she's happy that she's achieved something. So whether that's masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. You know, she's in her own power, and what's the word? And she's self-sufficient and able to provide for herself, and you know, feeling good about that. So that's very much, and that this can represent large-scale businesses, you know, for people that have gone into business, and this can be, you know, if you need it, if you need help with that. Maybe a family member can help you. Maybe there's money there to support you because you want to get to the 10. So yeah, maybe it's about asking for help to do with that. But that is, it can represent the past, all the energies coming in. It will be different for everybody. But don't go charging in. Don't go charging in. Use your psychic abilities, use your intuition, trust your intuition, because you don't want to get people offside. And this is very much around abundance, the mother. This is about nurturing, very much about nurturing versus nature, and the combination of two. I mean, she's heavily pregnant, so she's ready to give birth to something. She's ready to give birth to something that's very, you know, grounding, very much the feminine on here. So close to it. The Empress is a goddess. She's the Earth Mother, so she can represent the mother, your own mother, or a mother figure. But she's blessed very much in nature, so it can be your projects, or it can be an actual child, because you've got the baby cards up here, and maybe something around independence and being able to juggle it, and maybe you need some help or something. And we've only got one card in reverse, and yet there was a lot of cards that came out reverse. So and this is all about, you know, standing your ground and protecting yourself, healthy boundaries. But in reverse, it's saying something different. Maybe you don't have that, or that's what you're gonna be needing to work with in the future, is what they're saying around this situation. Let's see what's going on underneath. Yeah, we've got the Four of Swords, which is, this is like the unconscious. So it's about, this is the relaxing card. On other cards, you know, it's the soldier resting on top of the tomb with the one sword and the three at the back. So he's resting on what's happened with the Three of Swords, which is, you know, that betrayal and heartbreak. But upright, it's about rest, needing to take a break and relax and meditate, basically, because on other cards you see the person meditating on the Sword of Truth. This is all about truce, putting your sword down, but in reverse it's saying that's not happening. You're not resting, and maybe that's what's needed around this new moon. You need to be resting. You need to be having quiet time so that you can tune into this higher power. So maybe if you're busy, it's about making a commitment to yourself to take time out and relax and meditate, or whatever that is for you, even a walk, whatever it is for you. or maybe for some of you, because of this Knight of Swords, that's what's at the heart of the matter. So this could be a mother, and this is the child, and then the Knight who shows up as somebody who's not so mature, because it's not the king, but he's not in reverse, so maybe what he has to say is of importance, but maybe it puts you on a defense around this, so maybe for people that are separated and there's children involved and the mother needs, you know, the independence, having to go to work and that, maybe there's something around that, because this can represent marriage or long-term relationships, either, like I said, a baby or a newness. So it can be a newness in a relationship, or it can be somebody completely new, but yeah, some rest period is needed, maybe, to see this situation a bit more clearly. Let's go a bit deeper. Oh, well, this is around a house situation. So this is moving away. So for some of you, you will actually be moving away. It could be connected to water. So whether you're considering moving over waters, or moving to a property near water, that could even be to the sea, near a lake, in the mountains. So there's something around your home situation, or your family situation around a home. Could be a legacy, so it could be that you're given this, or you have been given this, or something around money to do with the home situation. So that would then allow you to move away from turbulent waters and chaos. But yeah, definitely around property, and that is a journey, that is movement. So the heart of the matter. Oh, we've got the contract. So this is a contract. So this could be an actual property, like a mortgage, and the signing of the mortgage and the contract, or it could be a business deal. Like I said, it will be different for different people, but yeah, because it does come under very much a contract. So that could be signing a contract to buying a property, because there's something to do with a legacy here. Or pensions, so it could be for some investing in property, maybe for some that have reached retirement age and they've got a lump sum, and then, you know, they're buying property, because that's around independence. So that could be like being a landlord, but there's news, whatever it is regarding, you know, for you. There's some news around this home situation or property situation that's coming in, and it seems to be coming in quite quickly, because it's this, which is he's like courage. He's like, but he can be quite sharp and to the point. So not too sure how that will play out for people, but let's have a look. Go on. Oh, right, this is about wisdom, having to use your wisdom. And I did mention about psychic abilities, either having to use your wisdom. This is like silence is golden. It's like you've got to hold your tongue, because this is like, this can be something or someone slippery, but it also represents wisdom, and this card also does. So it's either around a child situation or a new love situation, but you're needing to use your wisdom. It could be that psychic ability, and that you're needing to use your wisdom about this situation, okay, because it's next to the house. Yeah, because this is like stormy weather, but it's also the mind, because it's the clouds, it's thoughts, but the sun is there, it's parting the clouds. So there's something around this new beginning and on an emotional level, and you've got to be clear. There was something else that, something we read here was something about being clear. I think it was Archangel Michael. Being very clear about your desires, your outcomes. I think he was talking about outcomes. Otherwise, you're going to get what you're expecting. So you've got to be, around this new moon, you've got to be expecting the best. Because that's very much about that, and this new beginning, this new love, definitely new love, because we've got the Lovers card here, is what they're saying. Now this is to do with companion. You know, we've got 2 dogs here. This is about companionship. This is about a friendship, either sex, you know, male or female. But it looks like a loyal companion, a loyal friendship around a family situation, to do with this home. Right, there's somebody's, because this can be a dark card, but it's more about your thoughts, I think, because we've got the clouds there. So something's nibbling away. So what would be nibbling away at this relationship or this partnership, whether it be business or personal? You know, it's about negotiations. So you've got to watch your thoughts around this. And there may need to be some negotiations, like I said, because something about a truce, Let's see. Well, there's you know, that's good luck on that. Whatever you've been working on, whatever projects you've been doing, masculine or feminine, you know, it's been the right thing for you to do. It's been the right path for you to follow. So because it does bring you good luck, and that's definitely in partnership with spirit. And you know, if you're needing that business loan, or that support from the family or a family friend, there seems to be something lucky around that, and you know, you don't need to worry, is what they're saying. And this is good news. But like I said, you've got to watch your thoughts, because these are more negative cards, and it's on this little corner here. But yeah, she brings, the moon is about good fortune, so about abundance, good fortune, something's growing, you know, because the moon grows, it goes through stages, and at each stage it gets brighter and lighter until it reaches its fullness. So, which would be like a baby, then she gives birth, so it reaches its fullness. So definitely around, because this is very much about nature and the feminine. The moon represents the feminine energy, and about giving birth to projects or babies, or whatever it is for you. And this can be a business also. It can be a business also, because independence, as in working from home, you know, so it does represent that also, or your mother, or mother figure, or grandmother, or you know, whatever it is for you. But this is good luck. This is good luck, something good coming to fruition. So there's something unknown. What time is it? Something unknown. This is the book of patience. You know, the book is closed. So it might cause a bit of anxiety, because maybe the facts or something's not revealed completely around something that you thought was a victory, and maybe didn't turn out to be that way, or maybe you just stop trying to protect yourself all the time, maybe in relationships, you know, maybe a bit of trust is needed, because that's more of a defense, and but you have to have healthy boundaries. And this could be something that's unknown, or it could literally represent a book, but it's very much about patience and not knowing. So maybe some information. So maybe it could be a shock for some, you know, information around this situation might turn out to be something that you haven't known. So then could be a bit of a shock, because this is something or someone nibbling away at something, you know, but like I said, it's your thoughts, because the thingy is there, the clouds are there. Yeah, this is about healing. This is about, can come under the professional as well, but yeah, this is about healing. So you're needing to rest is what I'm getting. Time spent resting, either meditating or just resting, is required for your mental health, I think is what they're saying. Okay, let's have some clarifying cards on this Knight of Swords. And so maybe, remember, that's communication. The Knight of Swords is about communication. Something to do with a property, maybe something that you don't know about. But you know, he's bringing this friendship, has bring or will be bringing something good. Some clarity then, please, on the Knight of Swords. Well, whatever it is, you're going to need strength, because this is about taming that lion. The lion represents the ego, and it's about taming that lion. Or you're going to need some strength to do with some news or a contract. Going to take courage, because this is very much about courage. So it's either going to be, for some of you, the person that's delivering it is going to need courage, and maybe they come off a bit what's the word, aggressive, and that might put you, you know, on a defense, because we've got this here that might put you on defense because you're not clear or something's not known. But you're needing to go to your inner strength, which is definitely this. Oh, and we get the Six of Swords come up again. You've got to go to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realise. Maybe this is you then. Maybe this is representing you. You're stronger than you realise. You know, draw on that warrior energy, that soldier energy. Pick up your sword. Maybe that's what that's got to do with, but it's about a truce, or upright, it's about a truce. putting your sword down. But yeah, definitely you have the strength to move away, to move forward, to go on this journey, something to around a home, to do with this Five of Swords, which is about quarrels, arguments, which could be what that is to do with quarrels and arguments, and feeling like embarrassed, or doubting something, but you do have the strength, is what they're saying, to move away from this situation or arguments or battles of right, let's have a look at what should we do then? Let's have a look at the Ace of Cups, see what's going on there. Right, so this is like a waiting time, a time to pause and not struggle, because it's about finding a different perspective around a new beginning and an emotional new beginning. It's about finding a different perspective, and sometimes you've got to just detach and relax and rest to get this light bulb moment to see something differently. Yeah, around this ace, this Page of Cups situation. So there's going to need some time out and to gain a new perspective, because we've got the clouds on it around this. So whether that's deciding to have a baby with somebody, whether you're in that in-between stage, because it's about making a commitment. Well, my goodness, there's no more heavier commitment than deciding to have a baby with somebody. What was I getting then? I was getting I think I've said it before, so my apologies if you've heard it before, but in Eat, Pray, Love, you know, when she's saying to Julia Roberts, you know, having a baby is like having a tattoo on your face. You want to kind of be committed, so maybe that's what it's saying for some of you. If not, it will be to do with love, because a new relationship. And there you go, around the independence, around this Nine of Pentacles. So would you have to give up your independence to have the child, and that worries you or something? So it might be that, but either way, or a new relationship, maybe you'd have to look at your independence, because you're wanting to get to interdependence. You're wanting, if you're single, wanting that relationship, wanting that new love. But either way, you're needing to pause and not struggle, so maybe surrender, and this is more in the future, around that situation. So let's just have a look at the Lovers card, and then we'll move on. So clarity please around the Lovers and the Mouse. Somebody stealing something. So remember, the Lovers card can be about affairs, about relationships, about three people, because in some of the decks it's very much about three people. It's about learning something and becoming more mature about it, but something or someone is nibbling away at this relationship, and it's for you to decide how that's playing out for you in your own. So Let's have a look. But it's around negotiations. Oh, and then there you go. We've got the Four of Swords come back up again, which I was talking about here, and it's in reverse in this deck as well. So, like I said, upright, there's your Soldier, there's your Knight, and he's resting on the Sword of Truth, which has a green handle, which is the heart chakra. Your 3, which is your disappointment, your heartbreak, your betrayal, whether you betrayed yourself and didn't trust yourself and listened to the red flags, or whether it's the betrayal of someone else. Whether there's 3, something to somebody nibbling away, something nibbling away at it, and that's that person meditating on it, reflecting on it. But in reverse, it's not, and you need to be doing that around this new moon to do with this, because it's a choice card. It's known as the choice card. And then we've got the, and then we've got the Fool in reverse. So a Fool in reverse is, you know, that's about taking a leap of faith, and this is saying you not to take a leap of faith. You need to be looking more at this situation, whether it's to do with this baby thing or whether it's to do with a new love, because this is about being trusting, having faith, being innocent, and whatever the consequences. But in reverse, you don't want to end up looking the fool, is what it's saying. Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness, they're all, well, those aren't. So those 3 are all in protection. Like I said, it could be that Mercury retrograde. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to sift through the information, check things, communicate clearly. But yeah, there you go. There's the 3 there that's on the wall there, that's on there. And this is about healing. So, because you don't want to be looking the fool again, you see, around this situation. So I hope that helps. Let's have a look, see what the Romance Angels want to say. Romance Angels, what would you like to say? Most important message. Codependency. I think the codependency one came up before. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So yeah, there's something going on, and you know, codependency is being needy. It's not being independent, and you're needing to be independent. So maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you have to look at that. Are you being needy? Are you being codependent in your relationships? Or is the other person, you know, is there an addiction that's affecting this situation? Only you can tell, really. But like I said, there's something unknown here. And it is the Book of Patience. Sag is about the truth, and the truth coming out. So maybe it won't be until the end of 2017 going into 2018. But yeah, it is definitely, I mean, it's not always a negative. You know, you can get counselling and things can be worked through. But what they're saying is that it, you know, it is affecting your love lives or your situation at the moment. And there's got to be some forgiving and learning. There's something about learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So yeah, it's about healing that any codependency that you have had or that you're going through at the moment. And to do that, you need to be learning the lesson. so that you, because in the future, these future cards, if you work with the present, you can change that outcome. It can change. It doesn't have to be that. But you've got to follow the advice of what Spirit's trying to say to you, because there's some learning there, because Saturn is about learning, and it's in Sagittarius, and this is the new moon in Sagittarius. Mercury is retrograding, or will be coming to the end in Sagittarius. So, you know, maybe things won't become clear until, but this is what you can be doing. As you release and heal the past, you'll experience love in your present moments, so that you can free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, and that is very much about taking back control of your life, of your independence, in case there is codependency, relying on somebody, and then you lose your power. Being a strong goddess and following your inner nature is where good luck is, good fortune is. Yeah, it leads you to the unknown, but that's what it's saying. It's time to take back control of your life, and around this codependency, but has been learning around that. So, you know, nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. If you'd like to pause your video and ask what you need to ask, this is your answer in the best way they can. But trust your own intuition. You're the only one that knows everything that's going on in your life. So, but they're saying it's unlikely, as to what your question is, and around this situation, they are saying it's unlikely. Let's have a look. What time have we got? Let's see these cards. So I like to get a bit of the spiritual cards out. Most important message. But something's unlikely for some reason. Oh, and there's friendship. So it's all about friendship, and that is the friendship card on this 10. There's something around that. That could be the past, or the energies coming in around friendship. So is it that they're only going to be a friend? Is that what the unlikely is? I don't know. And the Earth Angels, please, most important message. Moving forward fearlessly. Well, that's definitely this Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords came up again here. And that would represent the energy of the Knight. He's definitely about moving forward fearlessly. So that's the advice of the angels, fairies. Something to do with friendship and moving forward fearlessly. So you don't want fear-based coming into the picture. And to end with, what would you like to whisper to those who watch the video? Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. So that's all about kindness, isn't it? And let's have a look quickly. Ooh, quickly. A positive attitude works wonders in creating more love around us. Allow yourself to really express positive words. Use only wholesome words when speaking to others, because remember that's what the Knight of Swords is. When speaking to others, or even about yourself. Be conscious of any, remember the higher power, be conscious of any language that you may use out of habit, and be willing to release this to create more positive energy around you. Doing this will bring more love to you. There we go. I hope that helps, and I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas, whatever it is for you in your language, and peace and joy. Have a great time, and I will see you back here in the new year. Lots of love. Namaste. Please like, share and subscribe.